Hi there, this is Anna DeLopo, and I am a licensed acupuncturist. This is my 22nd year in practice, and we're going to talk about something very, very special today. We are going to talk about sperm, the quality and the quantity. We're going to talk about morphology, mobility, and motility. And the reason why we're going to talk about this today is because I help a lot of women get pregnant. And guess what? Typically, we need a man's sperm. So very rare cases where I've not needed the husband's or the partner's sperm because the woman wasn't married or she had to go to a sperm bank, and that's a totally different discussion. In most cases, I need the female, the mommy, to have a partner who has a very high quality and high quantity of sperm that we can rely on. So if you go on my website, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, you'll see that there's quite a bit of information. I'm going to give two parts to the beginning phase of my work. Okay, so the beginning phase for chronic issues is the first 20 treatments. The beginning phase for easy cases is the first 10 treatments. Sperm issue is not an easy case. It is a chronic case. I do recommend that you check out Dr. John Gray's work on YouTube and also his books. He's written over 30 books. He talks about the average 40-year-old man now has a testosterone level of a 70-year-old man 30 years ago. You can fact check that. You can listen to his videos. You can go on YouTube. You can figure all that out there. I will tell you, after 22 years of practice, this is the protocol that I use. I don't like to waste anyone's time. I don't like to waste anyone's money. I want it done the right way. If possible, the first way, the first time. From 1999 to 2006, I took all fertility cases. 2007, I wanted nothing to do with fertility cases. And then 2008 until 2019, I only focused on natural fertility because those patients were willing to put in the work and do what they needed to do physically, emotionally, financially to be able to change their lifestyle so that they can get pregnant naturally. 2019, a local acupuncturist got extremely ill and he referred 90+% of his patients to me. And those were the patients, the Ivf IUI cases that I had referred from 2008 to 2019. They were all, those types of cases were coming back to my practice. Now, when I was focusing only on natural fertility, I created a system. I asked for 6 to 12 cycles, 12 to 18 cycles, or 2 to 3 years. Those are discussed in the other videos. The first 8 or 9 videos are all on natural fertility. I did videos on IVF, IUI, preventing miscarriages, and other types of fertility cases. This one is on sperm. I'm going to let you know right now, the beginning phase is the first 20 treatments. I want to see the guy, my male patient, to improve his motility, morphology, mobility, the sperm count. I want everything on the higher end, not on the lower end, not just kind of okay. I want strong sperm quality. I want strong sperm counts. You want that also. If you want a baby, you want to see that. That's what the doctors want to see, not just the bare minimum. So twice a week, at least for 6 months. If you can go more than twice a week for 6 months, perfect. If you can come 3 times a week for 3 months, if you cannot commit to that, do not come in, please. I would recommend that you see someone else because I want it done the right way. I want it done the right way. There will be herbs involved, and we'll discuss that when you're here. When we're talking about your Jing Qi, which is your deepest level of Qi, and that includes your sperm, we want to make sure that, you know, it takes time to reprogram you. If you want to just come once a month, once a week, that's not with me. What I say in my accountability video, but that's especially for pain cases, if you go under once a week, expect nothing. If you go once a week, I expect 30 to 70% improvement in 2 to 4 months. If you go 2 more times a week, I want to see 30 to 80% improvement within the first 2 to 6 weeks. That's especially for anything other than fertility. When I'm working with a woman, I'm looking at 3 to 6 cycles to see her menstrual health improve. With men, I want to see at least 3 to 6 months before we do the next sperm test. Your doctor might want to check in a month. I like to be extremely conservative and see and do what we need to do, not just to get the bare minimum and get it a little bit up. We want to see dramatic results. Now, if you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, you'll see this is my 3rd website. I'm rebranding. I'm putting a lot of information here little by little. You'll see case studies and you'll see there's if you scroll down to increase platelet count, you'll see how is it able to make those numbers change. That's very, very important. How they changed from 90,000 to 271,000 in, of course, a year and a half. If you go to case studies again and you go to kidney disease stage 4, you'll see that in a month and 19 days, a month and 7 days, I got the GFR from 30 to 90. And she came in, the first 10 treatments were March 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and then we did another however many treatments. So she did a total of 19 treatments from March 3 to April 10 to go from stage 4 kidney disease to stage 2, I believe. So the GFR had increased by 60 points. But when you're at stage 2 kidney disease, you still have kidney disease. There's still a lot more work to do. But what the doctors were shocked about was that in a month and 7 days, that was only acupuncture. We got her to a mild stage 2. The doctors were shocked. That's exactly in parentheses that we say there. I also have another case study, osteoporosis. Now, when we're increasing bone density, that doesn't just change overnight either. Her most recent bone density scan after a year of treatment shows a 7% improvement. The doctor told her if people show an improvement of 1 to 2%, that is a big deal. So these are cases that, those are pretty severe cases. Osteoporosis also, that involves the energy of the kidneys. I'm talking about the energy, okay? That's a discussion we have here. I'm not going to discuss energy on YouTube. If you go to videos under elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, and you'll see I did a video on lupus. I talk about how we improve the numbers there. Please do watch that video. That's an important video. So when I'm changing something internal, whether it's blood pressure or cholesterol or whatever a person's going through with autoimmune, this stuff doesn't just happen. You can't expect to just come once a week forever, how many months, and just think acupuncture is going to do it. There's going to be a lot of lifestyle changes. And I don't recommend patients come to see me and say that they'll only come once a week and they're going to commit to that for 6 months, because I'm going to tell you right now, since being in practice since 1999, human nature, we tend to skip appointments. We tend to life gets in the way, especially if you already have a child or more than one child. There's a reason why the sperm count is on the lower end, because if you could have already had high sperm count, you would have already done it. There's a whole picture involved with having low sperm count, morphology, motility, mobility issues. So in a very, I'm just going to read a little bit on one of the formulas that I carry. It may not be the exact formula for you, but this is a wonderful formula. I'm just going to share that there are, in this particular book, they recommend 2 particular formulas. So after a month or so, if you're going to do a test, or maybe 2 to 3 months, do the test, and your numbers still aren't right, then we'll do herbs. Typically with men, I want to see them 3 times a week for a month, and then I'll put them on herbs, because I want to see how they're feeling, what the subjective changes are. And also, it's important to understand that they're in this herbal nutrition herbal book, they recommend that there are nutritional changes and there's lifestyle changes. So I'll give one thing that this book recommends. Patients should be advised to eat more clams, oysters, sea cucumbers, and lamb. That's just one change. Let me see. Inadequate sperm, infertility, eat 3 quail eggs before bedtime daily for 1 month. That's one example. Do you have to do these things? No, you don't have to, but these are recommendations in one of my Chinese medical books. Here's a lifestyle instruction. Avoid excessive sexual intercourse or ejaculation. While taking herbs, sexual activity should be reduced to once a week until the sperm lab count is normal. If your husband or partner is unable to do just some of those lifestyle changes, then maybe acupuncture may not be a route out for him because there's going to be a lot of changes here. It's not just acupuncture. I teach Qigong at least once or twice a month. The Qigong is imperative to increase his sperm. So again, I want to see the man 2 or more times a week for 6 or more months, 3 or more times a week for 3 or more months. If your husband or your partner is resistant to receiving acupuncture, I don't want to see him because he's gonna not enjoy his time here and I'm not gonna enjoy treating him. However, if your husband or your spouse, your partner is very committed to having another baby or having a baby, then these simple lifestyle changes and coming here however many times a week are fair. It's fair. I have women, last month ago, we had 3 pregnancy tests, 3 positive. A couple of months ago, we had 4 pregnancy tests, 4 positive. Those were 2 natural, 1 IVF. And then the couple of months before that, there was 3 IVF, 1 IUI. These women are doing whatever it takes to get pregnant, whether it's natural, IVF, or IUI. I don't expect anything less from men. I don't expect anything less. So please understand that increasing sperm count, that's real work. That's intense work. And the reason why I pulled up other types of case studies like lupus, osteoporosis, platelets, the platelet count, stage 4 kidney disease going to mild stage 2. That's the kind of quality of work that I'm doing here. So I've helped a lot of men increase their sperm count, their morphology, mobility, motility, the quality of their sperm, and then they're able to provide the sperm necessary for natural fertility, IUI, or especially with IVF. It's important to understand that working with me takes time, effort, and patience. It's not just money. You will spend time here, and each treatment is a minimum of 45 minutes. But I'm going to really recommend you stay 1 to 3 hours if you want to get the results. If I don't need a table, definitely stay 1 to 3 hours. So I hope that's very helpful. I really want you to have the goals that you want to achieve those goals. Those babies were conceived by my husband and me naturally at 30, 36, and 43, which means my husband's sperm was strong. His friends called him strong like bull. Yeah, that's funny. But yes, you want to make sure your husband, your partner is exercising. There's a lot of lifestyle changes. If he's living a sedentary lifestyle, that's not good. He needs to do, we're going to be talking about that privately. He needs to be active. He needs to work out. He needs to eat right. There's certain supplements he has to take. It's not just lie down here and get acupuncture and receive and get increased sperm count. We may have to do some moxibustion. We may have to do a lot of things to increase sperm counts and increase sperm quality. So I hope this really helps. If you have any questions, please visit me at elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. You can text me anytime at 619-341-4341. You can call my direct landline at 949-305-1703. I respond to text much faster. You can email me at anna@elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, but it's much faster to send me a text and then I'll get back to you right away. Thank you so much. Good luck. I wish you powerful babies and I hope you have a great, great day. Take care.